One of the biggest complaints I hear from people when I ask them about Facebook has to do with the news feed. And they say things like all they see are ads, or all the posts that show up are spammy or have dumb links or photos that they don't really care about, and they're frustrated because they're not seeing the kind of content that they actually want to see in their news feeds. And I always get a little bit defensive because I think it's not Newsfeed's fault. Newsfeed is actually a really helpful and really valuable tool. It's more a problem with how we communicate with Newsfeed and how we kind of interact with it, and that's what shapes our experience. I'm Whitney Ryan, and in this video I'm going to show you a few ways that you can better communicate with Newsfeed so that you can see tons of stories that you like and you can get rid of the stuff that you don't. Before we get into the actual strategies, I just want to give you a little crash course in how Newsfeed works, because that kind of helps explain why communication is so important. So, as far as I know, anyway, I'm pretty sure Facebook can't do this. They can't read your mind. When you're scrolling through the newsfeed, if you come across a photo of a Christmas tree, say like a beautiful photo, there's great lights and it's next to a fireplace and there's stockings and there's a fire burning and it makes you feel warm and fuzzy and you just love it. Facebook doesn't know that unless you speak its language. And its language is by clicking the photo, it's by liking the photo, commenting, sharing, it's by clicking on the person who shared the photo straight from Newsfeed. Those are all things that show that you're interested and you're intrigued and you want to learn more. Most people, if they see something they like, a lot of times are kind of stingy with their likes, and they just, we're used to seeing everything so quickly that we just keep scrolling, keep moving. And that doesn't communicate with Facebook. You can love something, but unless you're clicking, unless you're voting with your clicks and your likes and your comments, Facebook doesn't know that. So they're going to have a hard time with showing you more of something if they don't know that you like it. So this first strategy is pretty simple, and it's just to start liking things that you like. If you're in your newsfeed and you see a photo or a link or a story that you enjoy, click like. If you see someone or a page that you think, oh, I'd love to know what they're up to, or I know I want to hear from this business, click like, comment on something, or start a conversation. And those are all little micro signals to Facebook that you're interested in something, and they'll start to show you more in your newsfeed. So that's the first tip, is just to get a little more liberal with your likes and your comments and your shares, and you will see your newsfeed start to change pretty quickly. The second strategy is something that a lot of people seem to want, and I think if you see it, you might not want it. But I sometimes hear people say that they miss the old days when they just saw the most recent posts and the most recent statuses and photos in their newsfeed. And there is a way that you can still do this, and I'm just going to flip on over to my screen and show you how. So you just log into Facebook, and right under on this left-hand side, you're going to see where it says Newsfeed. And click the little arrow. What it's going to default to is top stories. And this is the newsfeed that I've been talking about the first half of this video, that kind of gauges it and builds it based on your activity. You can toggle down and see most recent. And this will show you the most recent activity. Like this photo was posted 2 hours ago. This is my friend Jelly, who got to meet Princess Catherine and Prince William, which is pretty cool, but one of these people must have just commented on it, so that's why it's up at the top. But this is the newsfeed that shows you the most up-to-date activity that's happening, whether it's a comment or whether it's a post or whatever it may be. So this is a cool way, if you want this newsfeed, if you prefer this one to the top stories post, you can just keep it like this. You can just toggle on over and then you can see the most recent ones. But what I actually recommend is kind of combining these two strategies. And I do this every so often just to kind of keep my newsfeed in check and make sure that it's showing me the stuff that I want from the people I want to hear from, is actually I'll just go over to the most recent view in the newsfeed and I'll kind of scroll through, and if I like something, I'll make sure that I actually like it. And a lot of times I'll see things from people that I haven't seen in a while. And if I want to see more from them, or if they're posting about something that I'm interested in, I make sure to click and I make sure to get involved and to speak to Facebook in that way so that they start to show me more of what they like. There's a fourth little strategy that I will link to somewhere up here, that I'll link to another video I did about how to create Facebook interest lists, because this is another really, really good way, really easy way, quick and easy, to stay up to date with the pages that you want to stay up to date with. So click up there if you want to learn more about that. But anyway, those are my tips for how you can start making your newsfeed work for you. If you liked this video, which I hope you did, I would love it if you'd subscribe to the channel, if you would like the video, or if you would share it with somebody so that we can start improving the newsfeed experience and get rid of that bad, I don't see anything good in my newsfeed rap, because it's really kind of unjustified and it's not their fault. And I would really love to hear from you. I'm just curious, just to do a little field poll of how representative your newsfeed is of you and your interests. So one would be something like, I don't care about anything that's there, like it's all garbage, I don't like any of the posts. 10 would be, I love everything, like every single photo, every single link is really interesting and really cool and from people that I like to stay in touch with. So just comment below and just write the number that you fall on. I'm just really curious to hear what you guys think. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.